whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4 TV. We're here for the hot seat match in this year's VP4 2023 Virtual 9-Ball World Championships. It's between Cobra from the United Kingdom and OnePocketSlim from the USA. We had Stubb last night take out semi-pro quite convincingly. I think it was about 13 racks to 4. One thing to have a quick look at. Welcome to Dwight. And just take note of this, looking at the one-loss side. Since Stubb has gone over to the one-loss side, he has beaten Mr. Fox in the final rack decider. He's taken him out. He then took Bedhead out, 13-11. So two strong players he's taken out there. And then the next match he's taken out Bill, 13-8. And then last night he's taken out semi-pro, 13-4. So Stubb is finding form at the right time, and he lies in wait for the winner of the match tomorrow night between Larry and Nick. So Stubb is playing well. He's got to sustain it. We all know that. And of course, one of these players tonight from this hot seat match is going to come over to this hot seat final or the semi-final match, whatever way you want to call it. And they'll have to wait until obviously Stubb finds out who his opponent's going to be. So we're right down to the wire. We're at the proper business end of the tournament and there's no hiding place. So Cobra also, I'd asked a question as to whether Cobra had peaked too soon. Clearly he hasn't, because he was just as good in his last match as he was in his previous one. And he's very, very solid. And Slim, to get a result today, has got not only to match him, but has to better Cobra in certain aspects of the game to hang in there. Things have to work though. The break has to work. Dry breaks have to go in one player's favour or the other. And most importantly, you've got to be able to take advantage of it. So it could run close. It could be a runaway for Cobra if he's going to keep up and sustain the form that he's had. So it's an interesting matchup. We're looking forward to it. Race to 19. Welcome to anybody else that's out there. Dwight's the only one that said, oh, there's Albie. Albie's gone 19-9 to Cobra, so a fairly convincing win as far as Albie's concerned. Now, thanks to Slim for streaming the match last night, and the fact that it was over so quickly, I could watch it all last night as it happened. It was over in less than an hour, pretty much. So I got to bed in good time. This one won't be over in an hour, we know that. Now Steve joined Slim last night. I don't know whether Steve's going to join this afternoon or this evening, whatever time you decide it is. We're coming up to 6 o'clock, so that's probably getting on for evening time. And I'll keep an eye in Discord to see if he's popping in. In fact, I'll do that right now. It's probably too soon. Well, he is there. He's in time this time. Good afternoon to Steve.
Yep, how about that? I'm actually here on time.
Well, I was just taking a quick look at the bracket there, Steve, and looking at the victims that Stubb has had on the one-loss side. He's found form at the right time. He took out Mr. Fox 13-12, his first match in one-loss side. Then he took out Bedhead 13-11. Then he took out Bill 13-8. And last night he took out Semi-Pro 13-4. So he's getting better in terms of the scores. And he's waiting in the winner of the match between Larry and Nick tomorrow. So
Stubb has definitely gotten better. I mean, he's playing a lot smarter, and you know, he's playing with some touch. You know, he's not blasting balls so much. It's actually looking pretty good for him. I think he's definitely a contender in this thing.
Yeah, he's well. If he sustains it and he keeps it up, he can't revert back to anything that isn't going to be good enough. You know, whoever he meets, I mean, there's nobody now that you can avoid. I mean, he's going to be playing Larry or Nick. Nick's the unknown quantity. Larry could take Nick out easily. Only races to 13. You know, you can get a good start and off and running. Anything can happen in that match. This match tonight.
I'm gonna give a different perspective on that. I think Nick's a very well known quantity from what I've seen.
Well, exactly,
he's one of the best players.
The unknown part is you know, when it gets to this time where it you know that it really pinches and it really means something to see whether he can handle it. Now, I have to say, what I've seen so far, he ain't scared. There's nothing frightened him so far. So if he keeps that up, then I think everybody that's left this tournament cannot be sort of paying him scant regard as far as that goes, because he could go on and win this. There's a very strong possibility he could.
The reason I'm high on Nick is he makes the right play most of the time. And when I say most of the time, almost all the time. And that's a huge thing. Now, you still have to execute the right play, but his execution's been good too. Making the right play and not executing, you get the kudos for doing the right thing, but you've got to be able to execute. You know, if you're going to play that safety, you've got to be able to get the snooker. If you're going to shoot that shot, you've got to make the ball. You've got to be able to make move the cue ball. So, I think Nick's a player that does the right thing almost all the time. Then it's going to come down to execution for him.
Right, this match tonight, is this going to be a strategy match, or is it going to be all guns blazing?
Oh, well, I mean, I think.
I mean, what I mean is what does Slim have to do to beat Cobra? I mean, does he have to go? Does he have to go for everything, or does he have to be coy?
No, I think I don't think Slim can outshoot Cobra as far as running out. I think he's going to have to play a little more conservative. But Cobra has improved. His kicking game has gotten better. His safety game's gotten better. I mean, this is going to be a tough match for Slim. Do I think he can win? Yes. Is he the favorite? No, not by any means. I mean, Cobra's definitely the favorite in this match. But I think Slim has a chance. He's just going to have to limit his mistakes. I mean, he's one of these guys that's running out better, but, is he going to start missing balls? I mean, we've got some guys still in this that, miss a few more balls. And if he can avoid missing the balls and then play smart, I think he's got a chance to win.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Hazard. Welcome to whoever that is. Facts on a mix.
I don't know that one. Bill. Brain fell out, sir.
Cobra on the right-hand side. Off we go for the lag. Yeah, Albin's predicting 19-9. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be closer than that kind of score. Well, Cobra's won the lag. That's a cracking lag.
That's a pretty good lag, isn't it? The thing looks frozen to the rail.
There's no beating that.
The one thing I was surprised at the match yesterday was how poorly Stubb broke.
Yeah, his stats for the break was really poor.
Oh, 38%.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when you start getting down to the players that are left, the break becomes super important. Well, here's potentially a free whack at the 9-ball. You hit this with the right speed.
Well, Stubb did it last night. Stubb did it last night, didn't he?
And he's just going to play safe, and that's probably a better play. I mean, it was a guaranteed safety. The other way, it was not guaranteed for anything.
Well, Brainful Out, the answer to your question is whatever player is in the top of the HUD is always breaking on or always lagging on the right hand side. That's how you remember the player.
With Hugh's orientation.
Yeah, with my orientation at the kitchen end of the table.
Yeah, because I'm at the other end of the table, so I'm backwards. Yeah, I'll tell you something about the break. When you get to the high level, that is the most important shot in the game. Because I cannot tell you how many matches I've lost because I did not break good enough. I mean, matches where I didn't miss a ball or I missed one ball and I lose because my break wasn't as good as the other guys. So the break is going to become more and more important as we go. I don't think Stubb can win this thing breaking. What was he, 38%?
Yeah, he was.
That's not going to do it. You
really
need to be
low.
at least 60. 70 is good. 60 is okay. Above 70 is really good.
That
And
one ball, if it keeps going.
That's a well played shot there.
Yeah,
that was an excellent shot. I mean that.
Oh,
that was a wonderful safety.
There's no edge of that showing.
Yeah, I mean that was tricky with to jump safe.
Well, the eight ball is slightly in the way, I think, of the line off that right long rail.
He can get it. He has to hit short of it and open it up, spin it.
Yeah,
he can definitely get this. And really, what you want to do is spin it into the end rail first, because if you do that, you might kick it in, and the cue ball is going to come right between the gap of the 2 and the 6. If you hit it on that line, and
yeah,
he got it. He got it a little heavy, but it's going to work out.
I think he's got cover.
And that's why you want to play that shot that way, because it gives you just a real good chance of getting safe, because the cue ball is going to come down the table. Well, the other way to play it is go into it first and try to leave the cue ball up there. But I think in that situation, the rail first was better.
Now, this would probably be a better kick if it was on the rail.
Now, there's an example of hitting ball first and not going to the rail. And, I don't know if that's what he was playing. It's an excellent shot. You can tell where the cue ball is going to go off those things. So, whether or not you hit the second rail or not, kind of depends on how you're trying to control the cue ball.
Well, welcome to Stubb.
And he got safe except for this part. I really don't like jump cues. Have I ever told you that?
Yeah.
And he's freaking perfect on this. I mean, this could not have come out any better for Slim. Look at this.
I've got a suggestion, Steve. Take all the jump cues out of VP4 and give us a refund. You'll no longer
I wouldn't mind doing that. No.
Now, does that 2 pass the 3?
No, he's going to shoot the combo. Why wouldn't you?
Oh, you can get it. I didn't think he could get past the 6. Oh, now it needs to keep going. Yeah. I'm not convinced.
He can play safe.
Yeah,
you just got to get. You got to miss the 9 ball. That's the tricky part here.
He's got right English on it, trying to squeeze it. No, when he did try and squeeze it, he's got it.
Yeah, he threw it in. Well done. Yeah, I mean, Slim has really improved his run-out game. I mean, I can remember when he was missing a lot of balls, and hopefully I'm not jinxing him here, but he really is not missing anywhere near as many balls as he used to.
Well, he's looking good right now for the first one on Cobra's break.
Well, this was a very well played rack because they both played some very good safeties. This is not where you want to be.
He's going to do the big draw, I think, because he's too straight in the 7. He wants to get a bit more comfortable, and that'll do it.
Yeah, that's the Mike Massey draw. But, I mean, this is what we want to see. I mean, both these guys played a lot of good safeties and kick shots and, did the right things. And it's just happening to be OnePocketSlim that ended up with a shot and was able to win. I'll tell you, the jump cues really hurt the safety game. I mean, that's one of the things I don't like about it is...
well, being a snooker player, that's where I do agree with you. You play a good safe, and if you're not tight against that ball, then it's all to no avail because Bill's just going to jump it every time.
Well, it's not to no avail, but it's just not as effective. But that's why it's, important to be able to get lock-up safes, to be able to recognize how to get them. Right,
2 ball in the break. There is a 1-8 combo. The cue ball's skimming into the 6. He's just trying to nail it to the 6, and he hasn't got it, and that's not good, Slim.
Boy, I'm not sure what that was. I would have shot the combo for sure.
He tried to rest onto the 6, but he just bumped it, and he's left the 1 on.
Yeah, and those little touch shots, nothing wrong with shooting them, but obviously that wasn't well executed. I mean, the angle he was at the 6, he was going to have to hit it perfect, because he's kind of bumping it kind of at an angle.
Yeah.
And that makes the, it just made the shot pretty difficult when you're bumping it at that angle. If he's a little further behind the 6, then the speed isn't quite as touchy.
Right. He's trying to come through the gap and miss the 3.
Yeah, well, that's fine too.
That'll do though.
One thing about getting close to the ball, I mean, that's the thing is when you're got a shot like that, if you know you're going to end up close to the ball you're shooting, it's typically going to be pretty good. And Cobra will run this rack out, and it's
a guarantee. Well, it has to be classed as a little bit of a mistake by Slim. He didn't execute the safety, and it's cost
That's not a little bit of a mistake. It's definitely a mistake.
I'm trying to be generous.
Yeah, bad safety is a mistake.
Mr. Christmas. There's some strange names appearing in the chat tonight. Names I've not seen before.
Yeah, you're becoming world famous.
People in disguise, more like. Welcome, everybody. So, the 2 opening racks have been shared the other way around, if you know what I mean. Cobra having won the lag and broke off, lost the rack. Slim broke the second rack and lost it.
If you're Slim, you just want to keep this close and hang around and have a chance to win it. You just don't want to get a lot of separation, because if somebody is going to separate in this match, it's probably going to be Cobra. And Slim needs to just stay close enough that when it comes down to it, that it's a short enough number of games that he can win.
Well, the 1 doesn't go. He's got to make the combo. 2 ball isn't a problem, but the problem is the 1 ball. The 1 ball's going to end up cutting to the side rail, and the cue ball's got to get back up into the table.
The cue ball's coming straight back almost towards the 4 here. Well, a little outside of it, which could be a problem. But I mean, I don't like these kind of combos. I find these very difficult.
Let's see what he sees at his end.
Yeah, the safety here is tough because the 7 ball is... Yeah, he shot the combo.
Well,
those combos are tough when they're at an angle like that. It's
Well, here's the combo. So Slim cuts the 1 onto the 3 like that for the 3 to bump the 2. That's
yeah. This is a shot you've got to hit this 3 ball thinner than you think because it's going to throw.
He's giving it a good look.
He's probably thinking about how can I play safe. He's got a safety. He cuts the 1 ball behind the 2 and puts in an end rail and brings the cue ball down. He's got the 4, the 6, the 1.
Yep.
Or the 4, the 6, the 3.
That's probably what I would do. Get it onto this end rail and duck up table.
Yeah, it's a little tricky getting a cue ball on the line you want.
Oh, he didn't want to do that though. He's got to get the cover. I don't think he has though.
He didn't.
That was a tough. He hit it too heavy.
Yeah, he hit the 3, the 1 a little heavy. That was a tricky shot because the angle wasn't. Some angles are automatic to get the speed right for both balls. That one wasn't. He was going to have to do something to slow the 1 ball down.
Well, the 7's got to go in. It's going right into the jaw, so it's going to go in now. The cue ball's coming to the over. Oh, hang on.
Well, he didn't get that running on the right line.
Welcome to Spud Boy. Welcome to Hazard, Vertical Liquid. Oh, we've got 14 on YouTube. Don't tell me we've got more on YouTube than we have on Twitch tonight.
We do. And that was well done.
Well, he's just going to have to probably dig into this a little bit just to get the cue ball out because he's on the rail unless he's got a nice angle to chip and avoid the 3.
No, you can spin this out.
Yeah, he's just avoided it. Welcome to Run Out Rob.
Hi Rob. Hi Spud Boy. Hi Hazard. We got all kinds of people here. Vertical Liquids here.
Is Bedhead here?
I haven't seen Bedhead yet. Can you hear me eating, Hugh?
Well, I mean, you're constantly eating, Steve.
I've changed the mic sensitivity so that it. Hopefully, you're not hearing.
You sure you haven't bit the head off the mic and chewed it as well?
Well,
2-1. Chance to build on it, of course. Well, I'm sure this match is going to have twists and turns in it. They always do.
Well, no matter what, if Slim loses this match, hopefully he's going to walk away learning something because, he's playing someone that's not going to give him a lot of chances. And I think that's one of the hardest things to learn is how to play pool in a situation where you don't get a lot of chances.
There we go again.
It's a different mentality. Well, I feel safety coming here.
There's the same pattern again. They're all open though.
Well, you just stick this on the 5 ball here. It's a nice angle to do it. A teeny bit of right English to tuck it in behind.
I'd be cutting that back, Steve. Look at the amount of balls you can hide behind up there. I'd be cutting that there, sending it back there, ducking onto the rail and ducking up there. You've got all of this here to cover.
Yeah, I'd be going on the 5. It's just simple, and you can pin him on it. And
let's see what he does. He looks as if he's heading that way.
He's probably going to do your number.
I think your odds are very high that you're going to get some sort of cover here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad play to go that way. He's going to need to spin this a little, make sure that he...
No, he has gone your way.
Now, see, what I would have done there is I would have taken it to the rail and back into the
and into the
5
back
and
end
tried
of
to,
it, yeah.
yep, because, it makes it a lot harder to kick at the ball.
Well, I think Slim would have to tweak this with a bit of right English to make the line to hit the one he's going to jump.
Well, this is where jump shots maybe aren't so great because.
Oh, well, look at where he's finished.
He came out smelling good. Yeah, jump shots aren't always a solution. I mean, if you're good at kicking, there's certain times where it's probably better to kick than jump.
That's what you call tight.
Yeah, he's got a pretty easy 2-right kick. What you want to do is kick the 1 up table. It would be nice to hit the rail before the 3 and get by it and get the cue ball. Oh, he went 3 rails. Yeah, I didn't like that as much as the 2 rail and kick it up table.
Now, does he try and use the 8 ball as a helper to get in line in this 2-9 combo? Do you think he can brush off that 8 and skim through, or is he going to hit it too thick?
He can. Oh no, he's not going to hit it thick. He's barely going to hit it even at slow speed.
Let's see what happens here, because
if he hits it with any speed at all, he's going to miss it.
In fact, the 2 goes in past the 9, and he's got a choice now. I mean, the 2 goes in, but the problem is he's going to have to jack up and just kill the cue ball and stun it, I think, to keep on the 3 up the table. So he's got a choice here. It looks as if he's
going forward. I'm not quite sure.
He is digging in.
Okay. Yeah, I like this play better.
Oh, it just caught the 9. Just caught the 9. He'll settle for that, though. He just caught a thin scrape of paint off that 9 ball.
Why is there no touching ball in 9 ball? Well, I mean, because that's a snooker thing, not a pool thing. There's no touching ball in any pool game. Okay. Rabbi is here.
Oh yeah.
Or Rabbi.
Rabbi.
I call him Rabbi.
Rabbi H. This is.
Well, that kind of depends. In general, push shots are allowed if the ball is frozen in pool. Now, I've seen some things not quite like that, and there's been various rules when the balls are close but not touching about what you can do. But in general, in pool, if the balls are frozen, yeah, you can push through it.
Now, he's checking this with right English. I would be more inclined to go left. Oh, he's managed to hold it. See, the only danger with that is it's heading into the side pocket. I would have went to the left to go up that way and take it into the corner. But anyway, he took the risk.
I probably would have done what he did. I think if you're comfortable enough on the inside of the cue ball, that's a pretty standard shot.
So 2 apiece. To a piece and it's dry.
It looks like it's going to be dry, and well, this I would definitely be playing safe. I mean, the simple safe is just bring the 1 straight across and use the 2 and 3. That's not going to get you locked on a ball, but it's easy and guaranteed. Well, he didn't use the 3 also. He only used the 2. And, this is...
Well, this is an easy hit. He might kick this in.
He might have left an edge here.
Well, up and down off the end rail, middle diamond sort of line onto that 1, and he had a chance of...
left edge. Watch out. Oh, that was close.
Oh.
And there's another edge here, and... Yeah, this this is pretty simple. I mean, he's just needs to bring this down around where the
I
9
think
ball is.
I think the one goes. I think he can get enough of it to make the cut.
Yeah, well, he's got a free shot at it if he does, because
No, he hasn't.
if it doesn't go in, he's still going to be safe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he need to be running inside of that, or above that 6, not below it.
Welcome to Chimpy. Well, these are the type of situations. Again, it's always stating the obvious, but you know, Slim, with every opportunity like this, he has to put them away. I'm looking to see where the problem is. He's got to just draw this back. I mean, at the angle he's got, he's going to interfere with the 5, but he's got to be careful. Yeah, he's just made sure he avoided that.
Yeah, that was the right way to play it. Maybe hit a little hard, but
now
Slim runs out way better than he used to just a few months ago.
Is he going to miss this 5 and roll the other side of it, or is he going to stun it? Yeah, he's stunning it. Well, just stop it, basically. Run the 6 in, and everything's looking good.
Yeah, I think what gives me the greatest pleasure is seeing people get better, the players get better. Because the level of play has been going up quite a bit.
Well, he's let it run.
Now, I hit a lot of these with inside, but this one I would hit with outside. He's going inside. That particular shot, if I had that, I'd hit that with outside.
Is he gonna, I think he's going to leave this 8 long. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would have let it run a little. I would have taken, you know, that's all how much of the ball you take. But I'm used to, you know, in real life, you don't want to leave yourself that shot. Even if you've got a really repeating stroke, you don't want to leave yourself that shot.
So we're still waiting on that little glimpse of daylight. Slim's got another go. And the ball
got
has
a ball
gone
in, and it looks like he's going to have a shot here. So
no. Well, he's got a shot in the 1. He looks as if he's just going to come back for the. He's trying to get in line for the combo, I think. Just a wee bit short.
He's a little funny. You know, these kind of shots, if I was playing in real life, I'd be ducking here because I don't like this shot.
Well, I think looking at the line, he just plays the pot in the 2. The 5's got to go in. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the thing is you got to go with you know, you're looking at the percentage chance of safe versus shot. And if you like the shot, then that's going to be the one you're going to shoot. And he's playing under control. I mean, he's doing everything right. And
I'm just going to push this into the jaw and run to the rail and follow.
I mean, Slim hasn't never done that well in these. Has he ever gotten like the top 4 players in one of these things?
I'm going to hedge my bets and say I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't recall that. And you know, I think this is great because he's really gotten a lot better. Stubbs gotten a lot better. LS3 got a lot better, although she may have hit the wall right now. I mean, that's the thing about getting better is you'll take a jump and, you know, then you hit the wall and it may be a while before you take another jump.
So there is daylight. 4-2 lead.
Well, I'll tell you what would be unusual is if both Cobra and Albin were knocked out of the tournament at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You think about that. I mean, those guys have won how many of the last several ones? I mean, it's.
I think they've been going tit for tat, shared them out.
Yeah, well, it just shows you how things are changing. And the thing is Cobra's gotten better. I mean, I think his game's definitely improved over the last few months.
Well, it's difficult to hide, but he's trying to get the pace, and he's going to get ball in hand because he's not got to a rail. That's a big fail. And now Slim has a decision to make here because he can easily nail Cobra here and
I would be sticking him right on that 9-7.
Yeah, he's got him.
And it'd be a really tough kick.
I mean, the table's not good for running out of this situation unless he wants to do a stub and have a blast and try and bump stuff.
What you've got to decide is if you're going to play for the 3 foul or not right now. Because if you're going to play for the 3 foul, what you want to do is you want to put the 1 ball in a place that you can get a lockup safety when you get ball in hand. But if you just you just roll that 1 up on the 4 and put the cue ball in,
he's coming back for the 2-9. I think
he's playing for the combo, which there's nothing wrong with this either. I mean, I'm not going to say this is a free shot, but it's about as free as you're going to get. If you can take the cue ball and let it slide over there where the 4 ball is, he's got a lot of cover. It looks like he's going to run into the 4 hitting it like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Played it well.
It doesn't matter. He hit it. I would have put that 9 ball behind, or the cue ball behind the 4, just in case I missed it.
Well, big mistake by Cobra, and they got the punishment for it. Didn't get to a rail.
Yeah, but
maybe a little sign of nerves there, eh? is he twitching a little bit?
I don't know if it was a mouse gotcha or whether he was trying to play the speed where he could just be right on the 2. I mean, he needed to take the cue ball to the long rail and bounce out, and there'd be plenty of speed on the 1. I kind of think he probably had a mouse hiccup or something, or a little spasmodic twitch.
Well, under a little bit of pressure here because Slim's come up dry, Cobra's got the 1.
Well, and not handling the pressure well. I mean, this is no good.
Now, obviously, he's going to jump. Now, he needs this cue ball to come up the table and avoid traffic. And that's the only thing he can hope for here.
Well, even though jumping's pretty easy in this game, there's 2 things that happen. One is that you're not guaranteed to make the ball, and the other is that you're not guaranteed to get position. So that's why playing safe, even when the guy can jump, he's not necessarily going to be able to get the ball in and get a shot.
Well, I think he's just going to try and stun across for this 3. I think up past the 4.
You can go across.
He's got lots of juice on it. Yeah,
he's spinning it over,
going at dead weight. That's perfect,
and that's well done.
See, that 4 ball looks a lot tighter from that angle. This, looking there, but when you look at it from this angle, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, that's huge. He even put a little English on that, which he didn't need to do. He could have hit that with straight top, but that just shows that he's confident shooting from the inside of the ball when he's using it when he really doesn't have to.
Well, loads of room over to the left. Now he needs that angle, and he's got an angle. I mean, I don't think he'd be that worried if he bumped to 7, but he should be well away from the 7. Yeah, straight up and down. So right now it's looking pretty good for Slim. Good start. And building up a healthy little lead here. And this is the 1. He's got the angle, so it needs a good firm stun.
Yeah, it'd be
Onto
nice
that.
to have a little more angle than this. This is a little bit straight on. Got to watch out for the corner
Oh, he
pocket.
just played the
Okay, he's
draw.
just going to drop back. And I like that play because he didn't have to hit it so hard. He may play this 9-ball in the side pocket. From here, I probably would just so I could hit it harder. Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, he's got the pace. Comfortable with the pace. And a 6-2 lead. Welcome to Sharky. Well, Cobra certainly got something to think about. And Slim's got a couple of balls in the break. He's got a shot in the one.
Got a shot, and
Two
the
ball
table
over the
looks really
pocket,
good.
and this is 7-2.
This is pretty much like a connect the dots kind of table.
Well, this is, but even though it is, you know, if you're the player, if you're Slim, you can't sit thinking that, you know, there's still the job to do, because that's where you can then get caught out and do something daft like that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's one shot at a time.
Yeah, and he's got away with it.
That's what Slim used to do a lot more, and he doesn't do that as much anymore. But every one of those can be really costly. I mean, you saw the match yesterday with Stubb, where he missed one ball the whole match, and if you're playing against a guy that isn't missing, then you can't afford to be doing that.
Well, that table looks so easy, and Slim's taking his eye off the ball there.
I'd be sticking this. This is draw and right hand English and off the end rail and stick the cue ball. And that's what he tried to do. So there's an example where he played the correct shot, but he didn't execute it well. That's what I'm talking about. He gets the kudos for playing the right shot, but the execution wasn't good. Now, was that the only shot you could play? No. That was the one I liked, but I mean, there was other ones that could have been the right shot too. And unfortunately, it didn't roll up good for him.
Well, he's going for the 1-9. I mean, you can't miss this.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, this is about as good as it gets.
So 5-rack lead. And each mistake that Cobra's made, one way or the other, they've all been punished.
Well, you know, the thing is, things are going Slim's way right now, and you just got to figure that Cobra's going to come back. I mean, I can't believe that it's going to be a blowout by Slim.
Well, he's going to go 2 rails here. Got to be 2 rails. Leave the cut in the 2. 3 balls not going to be the problem. 4 ball is probably going to play up table.
Some guys have trouble aiming this when the cue ball's on a rail like that. Obviously not Cobra.
Well, the yawning started early.
Well, he's got a shot here where he's got to be a little careful. He's got a side pocket. He's got a side pocket titty. He's got a 5-ball. I mean, you got to be a little bit careful here on this shot. He's got room to come straight across and hit the side rail, which is what he wants to do. And he put a little English on it. Now,
that's why he's missed the 2.
Yeah, and he didn't really need English there. He could have gone...
Well, I think, like you said, Steve, I think he was very wary of that side pocket and he wanted to take evasive action.
Here's the thing. At the angle he had, just rolling it, even though the cut angle, you would think, okay, well, the cue ball's got to come back because the way I'm cutting it, the cue ball will come back. But you got to remember the cue ball's rolling, which sort of counteracts that. So if he would have just rolled that, it would have come straight across and hit the rail about, inch outside the side pocket and out. And I don't think he recognized that, and he put inside English on it to make sure, and it got him. I mean, that's the thing is when you're over it and you're not 100% sure where it's going, you're going to put the inside on it because if you don't, you might go in the side pocket.
Well, this is 5 into the side pocket.
Oh yeah, every time.
You just let
This
the
is
cue ball
natural.
roll out. Just let it roll out. He's got the rail way too soon, and I think he might have got away with it again.
Yeah, I think he's
living a charmed life here at the moment.
He's been going to church or something, because every time he misses, Cobra's hooked, and that can wear on you too.
I mean, that wasn't a difficult shot. I mean, all you had to do was just cut the 4 and let the cue ball run out to where it's got to. But he sent it to the rail too soon. I think he's.
Well, that shot's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
I will tell you this right now. People overcut that shot all the time. That's a natural way that people miss that, is they overcut it.
And I thought he's maybe going to get a bit of luck there, just clip that 6, but it's spun away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I mean, obviously he didn't kick safe. He may have been trying to kick the 4 ball up the table and completely misjudged it. I'm not sure. All I know is that the cue ball and the 4 ball were not running on the correct path.
Well, who would have thought this would be a score early in the match? Not one person watching this would have thought this.
He's going to kill this. I would have gone the other way. And
oh dear. Dear. He's getting a bit tentative here, Slim.
I would have hit that with it outside and made sure I hit it hard enough that it ran into the 9 ball. It wasn't going to be like frozen on it.
He's done a couple of numpty things in the last 2 or 3 visits here, and that's never a good sign, even though he's got a 7-2 lead. That's
been his tendency in the past, to do too much of that.
I mean, he's just, he's trying. It's as if he's reverting back to this way of doing things. Just get it in the hole. Don't try and be too delicate. There's no need to be. The balls are all wide open. He's trying to be too cute.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have tried to hold that one.
No, you just let the thing run in, and there's not any problem. You're not going to interfere with any other ball.
Well, the thing about the other ball, the only ball that get him is a 9 ball, and the chance of it getting him if he ran into it was very low if he did not hit it soft.
Yeah. Well, that's a big, that is a big blunder with Slim. He'll be kicking himself with that, because this is him got a 7-2 lead. He could regret that, because if Cobra gets it motoring and he needs to. He could be right back in this. He's just opened the door for him.
Yeah, you don't want to give Cobra too many chances. You've got to keep control of the table. But, he's still okay. He just needs to settle down. And
well, Cobra needs balls again, and he ain't got it. And he's left. This one is a cut.
Yeah, we'll see what he does here. I mean, he could play safe if he wants, although I think he'll probably shoot at this because the thing about shooting this is a 2-way shot. You bring the cue ball down to shoot the 2 into the side.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-way shot here. If you miss the 1, you're probably going to be okay.
Well, he wants to give himself a dressing down and shake himself up here, Slim, I think, because he doesn't want to get into this tentative habit. He needs to be positive.
A lot of it's just confidence, you start losing confidence, and that's when you start getting tentative.
Sometimes, it's as if he's getting scared because he's got a lead, and he's waiting on Cobra coming at him. Well, he doesn't want to be helping Cobra to come at him, he wants to bury him.
Yeah, well, of all the emotions you can have when you're competing, fear is the worst one.
And that's a weird thing. I mean, that's what can happen, it's a weird way things work. You get a lead. You might think you've been a bit lucky to get the lead. There's been a few mistakes with Cobra, but you put them away, and then you start doing silly little things. He's got to get that out of his head and get on with it.
Slim may not have ever expected to have a lead.
Well,
like
that's
this,
it. That's exactly it. He doesn't think he's worthy of the lead. That's
I
what
don't
he's
know if he thinks
thinking.
he's worthy, but he needs to keep the pedal down.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to do, is just
Make
keep
hay
running
while
out.
if you're getting a bit of running and you're leaving safe when you're making a mistake, then make hay while the sun shines. That's what I say.
Now, he shot that in a way to guarantee he was going to have a shot.
Yeah.
I like that decision, because you tried to run this up past the
Oh,
8th,
yeah,
and you get hooked or you run it too far.
Big check
What he
in the
did, he
cue ball.
guaranteed he's got the shot.
Yeah, big check in the cue ball just to kill it.
And this rack has been
no.
real important for Slim.
Well,
this is just jack.
he didn't want to be there, so he's just going to jack it up and come back.
Or you can go forward here too. Go on the left side of the pocket and go forward. He's going to jack up, which I think, especially in VP, is a better choice. This was a huge rack for Slim, because after looking real shaky and missing 2 balls a rack before he did a good run out. He needed that.
So the lead goes back to 5.
Yeah, it's always tough when you're sort of up and coming and you're you haven't been beating guys like a Cobra, and you get in a situation where you got a chance to. And I can't tell you how many guys that I've lost to that I had leads to. I mean, really good players. Oscar a couple times. Alex Pagalian, I had him way down. I mean, I've lost to a bunch of guys that, because I just wasn't comfortable being in that situation against those guys. And
you ever did you ever get a photograph of you and Alex Pagalian together, Steve? Because I bet your head's right out the pitch.
The best part is I've got a 70-inch cue, and the cue's taller than he is. I'll have to dig up that photo. I've got it someplace.
Alex Pagalian,
we took a picture before the match.
He's about 5'2", and Steve standing there like the towering inferno.
Maybe 5'2" with his hair sticking straight up. He could wear that straight up hairstyle. He might have been 5'2". He looks like a little girl. I mean, he's a very small person.
Well, Slim overcut the one and got away with it again. Well, this time Cobra's going to give him a bit of his medicine, is he? Yeah, I think he is. I don't think there's none of that showing. Now,
this is 2 rails, kick behind the 1, send the 1 up table. There's a real good chance you're going to get a snooker here.
Yeah, there's plenty of room to get there. You just got to get it on the mark.
You want to start the 1 like at about the side pocket.
Well, he's going the other way.
That was the wrong way to go. Well, you're going to lose going that way.
Well, I don't know why he didn't go the 2 rails into the corner.
Yeah, he just went the wrong way on that. And that was the shot where he had a really good chance of not only getting out of it, but turning it around with a snooker.
The other thing that the game could mess with your head is you start doing things that aren't, any other day he would have probably played that shot. Whereas now he's maybe thinking, it's weird, everybody's been in that situation. You start thinking silly things when the obvious is there.
I think Cobra's playing safe here. Let's see which way he decides to go.
Trying to get down towards this 4 ball. Oh, he's going to hit the 9 instead.
Yeah, that was not good. I was looking at the side to side and using the 5/8. Normally I'd rather come down table, but that one was a little tricky. If I was going to try to separate them, I probably would have taken a 3 ball down the table. This is the tricky shot he's trying.
Well, he just brushed off the 9. If it had bumped the 9, he would only have left the edge of the 3. In fact, he's still left with base. Well, in fact, he's got a full ball. He might bank this. This is a good bank if he can get to it.
Well, you got 2 choices: thin the left side or try to put him on the 8. I think for most people, they're going to try to thin the left side. It's kind of tricky getting him on the 8. I mean, that was the right shot. I think that was pretty guaranteed there.
Well, here we go again. There's a line there, though. He might just be catching the edge of the 3. Can he get to it?
No, he can get to it. He can get behind it. it may hit the 8, but as long as if it hits the 8, the cue ball is probably stopping there, and you got the 5. You don't want to hit this too hard. You want to roll this and spin it. He's hitting this hard.
Oh, he's cut it. And the 5's gone. Oh, he'll be upset. He's left a bedhead cut in the floor.
He didn't play the right shot,
No.
but it worked out pretty well. Yeah, that shot, you hit that shot rolling with a lot of left English and try to spin behind the ball.
Banked it in. Well done. Now, this is just a dead weight roll in, I think. Or does it? Because it's pretty straight. I mean, he could go to the end, really come back up. No, he is just rolling it.
Yeah. I mean, in real life, you're probably not shooting that shot like that. You're probably going forward just because you don't want to hit the ball that easy.
The score at the moment is about to be 9-3 to OnePocketSlim.
Well, I will say this match has been pretty well played so far. Things have definitely gone Slim's way. I mean, he's definitely gotten the rolls so far. Okay, well.
Right.
He can shoot this if he wants, or he can play safe. Sometimes when matches are going pretty shitty, sometimes it's a good play to just play safe in this situation. You know, all you got to do is stop the cue ball and take the 1-3 rails.
Cobra's made his mind up.
Running out is a good remedy too. That's good medicine anytime you run out. Yeah, I think Cobra's going to. This table's sitting pretty good. He's just going to try to get straight on the 3. He'll shoot the 4 in the side, the 5 in the same pocket. Oh no, the 4 doesn't go on the side. Take that back. He's going to shoot the 4 in the corner.
Well, he could shoot the 4 on the side, the opposite side, because he's got the angle just to go to the rail and come back across.
No, I don't think he'll do that, because that's just, you don't need to move the cue ball that much. I mean, this is pretty simple, get in the corner.
Yeah.
Of course, he decided to do the other thing.
Yeah.
And the reason why I didn't like that is because, see, unless you get real good on it, now he's going to have to move the cue ball. I thought it was pretty easy to get on the 4 ball, where at worst case, if you got a little funny, then you can shoot the 5 up in the corner too. Now he's got to run the cue ball.
I think he's just going to roll this in sort of dead weight again and let the cue ball run out, because he's going to play the 5 long. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. I just, you know, I'm always looking for the simplest way of doing everything.
Now, he wants to obviously have the angle to get into the top side of that 7. So he needs to come back for this 6 ball, make sure he's running away from the 7.
He's sort of there.
Well,
if this was me here, I would hit this a little left English and bump the 7, because the left English will make the cue ball turn away from the 7 and separate them. And the thing you don't want to do is bump the 7 and be right on top of it. So a little left English will help you with this. Now, not that the shot can be done without it, but it's just more of a guarantee that you're going to come up with a shot on the 7.
It looks like he's going 3 rails. He's going 3 rails here.
Yeah, he's going 3 rails. And, yeah, you know, a lot of things can happen here with the 8 ball being there.
Oh, now, hang on a minute.
Yeah, see, I didn't like the 3 rails. I would have gone forward a little left English, bumped the 7, let the English separate them, and shot the 7 up in the corner. Well, I think he's okay, because the 8 ball does go.
Yeah, he's got to get that cue ball out of there, though.
Yeah, but, you know, I mean, there's a huge area he can put it. It doesn't matter if the cut's a little thin.
Well, let me get my little doodle.
Now, what does matter is if you get stuck on the other long rail. If you get stuck, the cue ball stuck on the other side rail, and that's a whole new ball game. That could be a problem.
He's got to get in there.
Oh, he's got wider than that. He could be thinner.
And he's
fine.
He's just got there. He's just got on the line.
And he'll go forward to left English here. No reason to do anything else. Just got to make sure you don't put this cue ball in the side pocket. That's the only thing. Well, he's going to go with draw. I don't like this as much.
And there you go. Should have listened to you, Steve, because I would have always went the couple of rails just to get out.
Yeah, I think the
Big
draw
fail.
was a little touchier with the ball right on the rail like that.
Well, it all went wrong initially when he actually ended up bumping that 8-ball. So it went wrong on the 6, because where he finished on it, he finished the wrong side of the 6, and that's where all started to go wrong.
He might have a headache about right now.
Yeah.
I've had matches where I remember I played this guy, good player, coming second in the banks, and I was playing really well, and I came into this tournament, I played him, and we both played terrible, and ended up missing the 9-ball, hill to lose. And I called him up when I was on my way home, and it was like 2 hours later, and I told him, yeah, I've still got a headache.
Mm-hmm. Well, Slim...
Well, he's going to cut this in. I don't see... He's either going to cut this in, or the other play is try to get him on the 4 and the 8. It's pretty natural to cut this and bring the cue ball right over behind the 4 and 8. That's probably the better play, because cutting this, you're going to kind of turn the cue ball loose. He looks like he's going to cut it, because I think you need to put just a teeny bit of English on this to slide it behind the 4-8. But the thing I like about that shot is it's just a rolling the cue ball shot. The speed is pretty easy because the 1's really not going to slow the cue ball down. Now he looks like he's shooting that shot. Maybe put a little too much English on it.
He hasn't got there.
Yeah, that's not a good shot. And he's going to be locked on the 9-ball after this.
Well, I wouldn't think so, because I think Cobra's going to pot the 1, get on the 3 and get out. I think that's what he's going to do.
He might do that.
I don't think Cobra...
I think the ball goes, yeah.
This is where the attacking mindset of these 9-ball players, is always going to get them. They get that opportunity, they're going for the run out each time.
Yeah, and, really in real life, most pros are going to go for the run out there too. I think if you're really struggling, sometimes playing that kind of safety is not a bad idea.
Uh-oh. And again, it's gone wrong. It's gone wrong big time.
Well, again, he's got the same kind of safety. I think if he hits this with a little bit of left English,
he's got to watch the 5-ball.
He's got to watch the 5-ball. The other thing you could do is you can thin this 4-ball and send it to the end rail and try to use the 6-ball. Bring the cue ball down the table.
So he's in a dilemma now what to do here.
Well, I'll tell you another thing you could do is you can bank this 4. Although that's a tricky shot to play a 2-way shot on that 4. There is a 2-way shot with the bank, but it's not that easy.
I think he's trying to get it in the end rail. I think he's ducking for cover and trying to get it in the end rail.
I'll tell you what, this bank, if you play one pocket, this bank is probably at least 60%. And if you hit it at the right speed, you can leave the 4-ball on the end rail. Well, I don't know if he's shooting a bank or playing safe, but it was so bad that you couldn't tell which one. But that's no good.
Welcome to Sergaresh. Well, here we go again. A 7-rack lead. And the table at his mercy. And Cobra's...
how he shot that, Hugh. I see a lot of players in VP don't shoot it that way. He spun it with a ton of right English. The little spinner. That's what I always call a little spinner. He's rolling a cue ball and hitting it with a lot of right English, which opens it up and also kills it off the rail.
And there's loads of right English again there.
Right now, Cobra's got to feel like he can't get out of a wet paper bag. Between Slim getting all these rolls on him and the Cobra, when he gets to the table, hooking himself every time.
Yeah, it's just one
He's
of those
got to
days.
feel like He's stuck in a wet paper bag. And that's never a good feeling.
Now, Alvin Ario, is he still watching this? How do you feel about your prediction now, Alvin?
Yeah, your prediction's already junk, Alvin.
19-9. I think Cobra will do well to get 9 racks, let alone get 19.
But, this shows you that a guy like Cobra, he can feel the heat and stuff. And I'll tell you what, when you come into a match where, you're feeling like you're the big favorite and things start going like this, it can be a shock.
Well, maybe I got it right. Only I missed it by one match. Maybe he did peak too soon.
Okay, now this is pretty simple. You're going to go forward past the 2-ball, or you can shoot the 2 on the side. You can draw this one. I'd probably draw the 1. That's what he's going to do. It's just more guaranteed. And, that's a tendency on that kind of cut at that angle is to miss it on the thin side. Remember, I keep saying that shot's not hard, and I love that shot. I shoot it in real life all the time. Mm-hmm. Well, I take that 1 ball and move it over a couple inches closer to the side rail when I'm warming up, and I shoot that shot over and over and over again because it's a great shot to get a feel for how the balls are coming apart, and that angle people tend to overcut. If you watch Earl Strickland warm up, he shoots that shot with a lot of inside English and sends the ball around the table. That same exact shot, a little more angle than that. If you guys don't shoot that shot well, instead of saying, oh, well, Steve doesn't know what he's talking about, or Steve needs to play VP4 more, I would say that you guys need to practice that shot because it really isn't that hard once you understand the visual. The tendency is to hit that too thin. And then what happens is you start guessing. You go, oh, well, I know I hit it too thin, so I'll aim thicker, and then you miss it thick. Guesstimating, like trying to compensate, doesn't work well. You just got to learn what it looks like. Well,
there's going to be
I said up front that I didn't think there was any way it was going to be like Slim running away from Cobra.
9 racks behind.
So I was wrong too. Not as wrong as Albin, but
well, if you're in this position, you've got to fall apart now to lose this.
No, I mean Cobra could play really good. I think Cobra's got the game where he could play really well. If he'd have to break well, he'd have to have some things go his way. He'd have to start running out all the time. But I think Cobra can still win from here because you got to remember, Slim still needs 7 more games.
Yeah,
it may look like a huge lead, but Slim is quite a long ways away from winning this.
Well, he's going to be a bit closer in a minute because I think the 7. Let's have a look. When I say that, I actually take that back because it's not quite as simple to get onto the 7.
It should be pretty simple from here.
He's got to get good on the 6.
I mean, obviously, yeah. But I mean, it's a standard shot. You bring this cue ball out to the middle of the table. A little more angle is probably better than a little less, and it's just bottom left and bring the cue ball back. Now I don't get this.
Well,
okay. Now he's okay, but I wouldn't have shot it that way, and the reason why is that this angle is a lot more sensitive than the other one. And what I mean by sensitive is if he's a little further left, he's in trouble. And now he's drawing this.
I would not watch that side pocket.
I would be going forward every time here. There he goes. And he needs to put a little bit of right English on it. And the 9-ball could get him. And that's the one thing.
Mm-hmm. It won't get him now because the pace looks good to me.
Oh, he hit it beautifully.
Yeah.
But he put that on the wrong side of the 6. He wanted to be on the other side and draw it back, and mainly because the angle was less sensitive.
Well, this is turning into a bit of a bloodbath here at the moment. It's a 10-rack lead.
You know, when you're Slim, this is the kind of thing you don't want to miss a shot like this at this point. You don't want to give Cobra a 2-game swing. You just want to keep the pedal down. Don't give him any daylight.
Well, I still say Slim has to fall apart literally to lose this now.
I'll tell you something also. I think the last physics change we did helped some people some. And I'll tell you that the people I think it helped the most were people that play pool in real life, because the way the ball throws now is the model's better.
Well,
and
Cobra can't get a break. I mean, Slim's come up dry. He's got a jump over the 5 and 2.
But it's a pretty easy jump shot. Now, coming up with a shot on the 2, it does go in the corner, so he can jump this, and the 2 ball will go in the corner. I would expect Cobra's going to run this out. I mean, it's not a simple rack. First, he's got to get a shot on the 2, and then the 3-8 is,
nailed to the rail as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that
doesn't matter for a jump shot.
No, he's close enough. Well, he's given it some serious thought, and he's decided he's going to push now.
Well, he should be pushing to a kick or a jump here. And wow, he left him a lot of ball here.
Well, he might go for the 196 here.
Yeah, that's ambitious. I wouldn't want to shoot at that. The problem with this is that there's no really easy safety play here. You can bring the 1 ball. Maybe you can roll up on the 9, but I think it's too far away. You can bring the 1 ball back down table. He's going to try to roll up. See, that was just too far away to do it. That was, you could have tried to bring 1 ball back up table. I probably would have gave that back to Cobra, because there was nothing easy about getting safe there. If the 9 ball had been a few inches further up the rail, that was a shot to shoot.
Well, need to say this is a pressure visit for Cobra. I mean,
yeah, and this table is not any kind of automatic table.
Yeah, there you go. And he's feeling the pinch.
Well,
he is feeling it. Because he knows he has to dish up every time.
I take it back. This isn't as bad as I thought, because Cobra had moved the 8 ball, so the 3 ball goes clean now. So this table's not too bad. Oh, except that he didn't make the 1 ball. I didn't notice that. Oh shit!
Pay attention, Steve. For goodness' sake, see this eating.
I just assumed it was going in. No, I'm done eating, or almost done eating. I wasn't eating, Hugh. It was. I just expected Cobra to make that. He's going forward here, which I don't get. No, there he goes. Okay. He likes to take his practice strokes with the tip up on top of the cue ball.
Yeah, just to confuse us.
Well, let's see what he does here. I mean, I would imagine you just roll this and shoot the 4 on the side. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. A little bit of right English to check the cue ball, which I like. Perfect. And, Slim does a lot of things good there. See how he checked the cue ball with just a little right English?
This is a bit tight for my liking. It's a bit tight for my liking, Steve.
No, but he got perfect on it. If you're going to shoot something tight, you want to get perfect.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean, but that little bit of right English he put to check the cue ball when he rolled out, that's what got him perfect. And it's funny, it's subtle little things like that can make a big difference in whether you get out or not. Now, this shot's tricky because the ball is so far deep in the pocket. Yeah, that's what he need to do, is just draw it back.
Larry's obviously been playing poker. That's why he's arrived late to the party.
He's there to aim with high English. I have never found that. As a matter of fact, if you watch most players play, especially Filipinos, they usually aim with their Q-tip below where they're going to hit the cue ball. Well, if you put the Q-tip down further, then you can see the whole cue ball. You can see where you're going to hit it. If you put the tip high, you can't see where you're going to hit the cue ball.
Well, as Cobra, I mean, I don't think I've very often said this, but I'm giving Cobra a target. The target's to get to 5.
Well, this is completely unexpected. It's not unexpected that Slim could win this match, but it's unexpected that it's a blowout like this. I mean, this is crazy. You got to give some credit, though. He's played really well. Things have gone his way. There's no doubt about it. He's got the majority of the roles here. Well, I'm probably firing at this because there's no easy safety. You shoot the bank, you shoot it with speed, you hit the 9, the cue ball is going to come out. You'll probably come up with some sort of shot on the 2.
Yeah, he's landed nice on it. He should be out. He should be getting to 4. Well, I say nice on it. What I forgot about the 6. Yeah, he's got to be careful with this. He doesn't want to go inside the 6. If he does it, staying in the table.
The only tricky part here is the 9. I don't think it's that hard to make the 6, but you got to make sure you don't hook yourself with the 9 ball.
He doesn't want to go that way. He wants to be going that way. There's only that much difference in whether this 6 ball will go in or not. And it's going the right way.
Yeah, well, he played that really, really well. That was very well played.
He's okay.
Yeah, he hit the 6
He's straight though.
Pretty thick with the 2 to make sure the 2 stayed there, and then hit it with a little inside English because he knew the 2 was going to stay there. I mean, that was well done. Yeah, those little shots like that, those can go wrong in a hurry.
Well, is this just another consolation rack for Cobra, or is he going to get some good running? Because that's what he needs.
Well, I mean, Slim still has a ways to go, but obviously with this lead and only needing 5, it's going to be uphill for Cobra.
Oh dear.
The hill just got steeper.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what pressure does to you when you have to deliver.
Well, I tell you, mentally, when you're one of the better players, the most important thing about playing a match is being mentally prepared. And I don't know why it's happening, but I can tell you that sometimes you fall in the trap. You're thinking, I'm the favorite in this match and this and that. And when things go really wrong, it can kind of be a shock. And,
yeah, and it's how you react to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we call a trap. Okay, you're trapping yourself, and everybody has done it in the real pool world, where you think you got an easy match, and then it turns into not an easy match, and then you're struggling. It's one of those things that mentally can be difficult.
Yeah, I think that's where. Nick has an advantage, because he doesn't really, he's not played any of these players. Certainly hasn't done in goodness knows how many years, and he's now finding himself. I mean, he knows who Larry is.
Well, I mean, Nick's a good player, and
so far
he's been really solid. We haven't seen him have a really bad match.
Everybody can read the chat. Cobra says, "Can't see me watching the highlights."
Now, Cobra, doesn't usually play too many bad matches, and this is one of them. But like I say, this could be just from
too far.
Feeling like he's got the match in the bag before it starts, and then being in shell shocked.
Is it too far for the billiard, Steve?
You can play the billiard. The problem is that it's not a high percentage, and you're gonna leave the one. I would not play the billiard here.
He's
No.
going for it. He's going for it.
Well, it's all good if he makes it. Yeah. So that
he's nowhere near it in the end.
Now he should have played safe there. And I'm saying that because he missed a shot by a mile. You don't want to give your opponent chances, because you give him enough chances, he stops struggling and starts playing good. There's no way he should have shot at that billiard. And you know, you learn that lesson by, you know, you're up on a guy 7-1 in a race to 9, you shoot one like that, and next thing you know, you've lost the match 9-8. Now Cobra's gone completely goofy.
Well, does Slim fancy a long jump here?
Unless he's trying to play safe there. I mean,
that was
so bad. That was so bad.
It was so bad. Look at where he is in the cue ball. Good afternoon, or sorry, good evening to semi-pro.
Boy, I don't know about. He's going to jump. He's going to jump this 3 and kick off the end rail, I think. I don't think he's going straight at this, is he? Well, maybe he is. This is a tough jump shot to keep the ball on the table. Okay, he went at the edge of the ball. That's a smart shot.
Oh, he's going to run. Is he going to run? Or maybe not.
Well, that was a really smart shot he played. He didn't get safe, but it was a very smart shot.
Well, it's still not going to be an easy out, but I mean, the 5-9 isn't set as a combo, and not the 5, the 7-9 isn't set as a combo, and you've got to get good on this 7.
I mean, Slim has played fairly conservative the whole match, played safe, you know, made Cobra work, and he shoots at that billiard, and yeah, that was. If you would have shot at a billiard that was difficult like that, but you knew you weren't going to give up a shot on the one ball, it would have been okay. But not when you know if you miss it, you're probably giving up the table.
Well, this is it is not an easy out here. He's pretty straight in this 4 for a start, I think. Let's have a look. Well, he's going to.
Yeah.
It doesn't go past the 8. Might have to play the combo. No, he's trying to get below it and bump the 7.
Yeah, now the table looks a lot easier.
Yeah.
Well, we were saying that Cobra's hasn't got very many rolls. Well, you got to roll this rack, you know. But see, that's what happens, okay? It's like Slim shoots at a shot he shouldn't, and next thing you know, Cobra misses the ball and gets a roll. I mean, Slim has been getting all the rolls the whole match, and you know, Slim takes one chance he shouldn't, and now Cobra's getting rolls. And I mean, it's still going to be hard for him to win, but you should never be relaxing like that. I mean, you got to play the same way all the time. Now, some games, you know, like One Pocket, you play the score and based on part of your shot making decision. And in a game like 9-ball or 10-ball, you should not ever be playing a score.
He's still 11 racks behind. He might get to 5 yet. That's his first target. Then his next one's to get to 10.
He just typed to Ray in chat. He's got to kind of get himself out of this mental mode because he's been goofy. I think
5-ball. No shot in the 1, I don't think.
Yeah, but he's got a pretty easy safety. I mean, he's got his choice of what he wants to do here. He's probably just going to use the 8-ball. It would be very difficult to get on the 6, so he's probably just going to roll this and use the 8-ball. He can go the other way, but I don't think there's a whole lot of cover. This is a situation you just want to do something simple. He could cut the 1 and try to use the 2 and 8. I don't really like that as much, but that's what he's doing, I think. Nope, he's going to use a 6-ball. And that's sort of so-so. He left the edge of it. he's going to be in trouble here because this is going to roll down on the 3 ball probably. And
just got to catch the feather edge of it and miss the 9 ball.
I think Cobra's going to be in trouble here. You just got to not hit the titty is what you got to do.
Well, he's got right English on it.
Oh, he hit that way too hard.
Oh, he's going to fluke the 3. He's fluked the 3.
Well, he hit that way too hard. That was just roll it gently. I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
Well, the fact that he had right English on it, I think he put the English on it to actually make sure he hit the one. But the English was going to spin it off the rail anyway.
Yeah, he's just making everything more complicated. That was just a roll it, no English, roll it within the 1. Just the only thing you had to make sure of you didn't hit the titty.
Oh, I mean, there's a roll again. He's took a huge chunk of that 6 ball, and in goes the 1.
Well, you know things are going your way when that happens. Okay, so now what are you going to do here? If this is me, I'm probably playing safe, putting him on the 6 ball.
Yeah.
I think he's going to shoot at this. I mean, the safety on a 6 ball isn't guaranteed. Let's put it this way. I mean, it's not necessarily the great shot. He may have been playing safe there.
Well, he's got the cover.
I think he missed that on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't think he was really trying to make it. Either that or he played it like a 2-way shot. He certainly hit it pretty easy. Well, you can kick safe here. I mean,
you want to cut the
2 past the 6.
Yeah.
That was the right idea. That was the right idea, is try to get him on the 6.
Well,
unfortunately, he left it.
I was going to say a 4-9 combo because obviously the cue ball's going to cross the rails here.
Yeah, it probably is going to be a 4-9 combo, unless you're going to try to shoot at the speed where you can shoot it up table in the corner or the side. I mean, I think the side would be asking for a lot where the 2 ball is in this angle, but you could roll it across and shoot the 4 up in the corner if you wanted to. He's got his choice there. He's either going to shoot the combo or shoot the 4 up in the corner. No place in between's any good. The combo's simplest just because you hit it with speed and you're going to come up with something. Yeah, he didn't hold it. He needed to put some right English on it. He did not hold that ball. I think he's going to play safe here.
Well, if he misses the 6, which he's got plenty of room to miss the 6 and just drop to the rail.
If he's going to try to miss the 6, he's going to need to put English on it and try to get him on the 9. I mean, it's a little funny here. You might actually be better off just rolling straight up on the 9.
Well, it looks as if he's spending too much time looking at this combo, Steve.
Well, he may shoot the combo. There's nothing wrong with shooting a combo as long as you make it. I think the safety where you roll up on the 9 he's shooting a combo.
Well done. Well done.
And look how he played it. He played it as a 2-way shot. He tried to get him on the 6. So that was actually a pretty sweet shot he just played there, because he was playing a 2-way shot there. He didn't get the 2-wayer, but that's what he was playing. And if you miss that, then the cue ball will be a little different spot.
Well, here's a ball in. Here's a choice. 2 balls going in. He's on the 1 now.
I'd be shooting
the table's there for the running, but there's a 1-9 on.
I'd be shooting this combo probably every time in VP at least. In real life, I wouldn't.
Well, he's looking at this. Now he's looking at the line for the combo.
Yeah, I mean this combo is pretty hard to miss on VP.
I'm not sure what that was.
I say that and he misses it.
I have not a clue what that was.
He misses it by a mile. That wasn't close.
Well, that was
wow. Yeah, so much for my opinion.
That was a bit baffling, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I would never shoot that in real life. I would have ran out every time, even on tighter table. Well, especially on tighter table.
I'm surprised he didn't do it. Really all the balls are there. It's a good practice just to run the table when there's not any problems. But anyway.
Well, the thing about combos is they can go wrong awful quick. It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
They're accuracy requirement's pretty high, but I thought that one was about as good as one as you shoot it. He was trying to play safe too. He's playing a two-way shot and hit it really hard and really bad. And I mean, sometimes the two-way shot will cause you some grief because
this is a bit tricky because he's gonna drop down for the 6 and the side. He's not going to roll
forward. No, he's just going to roll forward here, and then he's going to roll forward on the 6 too. This is perfect. He'll roll straight forward here. See, in that situation, the speed's very natural. You're just going to roll it forward to get the angle on the 6 that's perfect, where you don't have to go up and down the table. And the distance he had between the cue ball and the 5 ball, it guarantees that when you have, the distance between the object ball and the cue ball makes a big difference in the rollout. And one of the mistakes I see people have when they have ball in hand and they want to roll forward, if you want to roll forward a little, you put the cue ball close to the object ball. If you want to roll forward more, you put it further away. The further you put the cue ball away, the more it rolls forward. He was sitting in a spot where he was a perfect distance from that ball to have a very natural controlled roll forward and get perfect on that 6.
Well, it's taken him a long time. I give him a target of 5. He's eventually got there, but he's still 11 racks behind.
Yeah, well, if you're Cobra, you just got to dig in and hope you get the switch in the on position. If you're Slim, you just don't want to give him anything. You want to make him work for everything.
Well, that one ball is in play.
And here we go.
2 and the 5 have gone.
He's got a good table. If he gets on this 3 ball, he should be out. This is a little tricky here.
Watch the 7.
Yeah, I mean, you can jack up and stab this to the short side, but the speed's a little tough there. You can plan on running into the 7 and try to get the cue ball to come across. Hit this with the right English and try to hit the 7 in the way the cue ball comes across. The 9 ball definitely could hook you. You can bank this, which might be the best choice. Jack up and stab it and bring the cue ball back. I mean, that's probably the most guaranteed on not hooking yourself. He tried to go forward, which wasn't a good idea. I didn't like that. He did get there, but I didn't like that. That brought a lot more issues into the play. Well, and Cobra got a roll, so now Cobra's getting some rolls.
Well, Slim, obviously you can jump this. The cue ball, the angle of the cue ball is going to go off this, so he might be hooked in the 3.
He could go in the corner pocket. He could be hooked on the 3. There's a lot of bad shit that can happen. He may try to thin this like he did before and play safe. Remember when he thinned one? Well, that wasn't thin.
Oh, hang on a minute. I thought it was going to catch the 3 and... Well, he is hooked. No, he isn't. You can see the edge of it, I think.
You can see the edge. And this shot's a little tricky, though. The way you need to play this is hit it thin with right English and let it roll out between the 8 and the 6.
Well, he's got the right English on it.
Yeah, I mean, you need to hit this almost thin enough that you're going to miss it. If you hit this too thick, he's drawing this ball. I don't like this. This is the wrong way to shoot this shot. Yeah, that was just hit it thin with a little English to hold it. I mean, the way he shot it, all kinds of bad things could happen, including the one that just happened to him.
I went to jump the edge of the 6.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a hard jump shot. As long as the cue ball stays on the table, you're probably coming up with a shot on the 4. I would expect him to make this. Yep.
Oh, no.
Now, the natural way to shoot this is go behind the 9 ball. A lot of guys will hit this with inside English and try to hold it, but it's much more natural to go the other way behind the 9 ball and kind of run the cue ball at a path towards 8.
Well, the only thing he doesn't want to do is run behind the 8.
No, but this is the way to shoot
Yeah, he's
this.
fine. Welcome to
Yeah.
Matt. Yeah,
See,
it's
that's
a bit of a surprise.
that's supernatural because the cut on the 4-ball is putting right-hand English on the cue ball, which is what you need to open it up past the 9. I don't get straight in.
Well, he's going to have to work it a bit.
Well, he's not straight, but
Welcome to Spectre Dawn.
if you go straight forward here, I think you'll miss the 9. He's coming back. He's not messing around with it. And that's well done. Yeah, he's a little funny, but I mean...
Well, you just stun across. You just bump this in and stun across. I don't know whether he can run it out and go behind the 9. The line looks as if it's heading
I would
towards
stun
it.
this every time. I wouldn't go forward on
he's
this,
going
but,
behind it.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to say that's wrong. I mean, going forwards is always more natural than drawing or stunning.
So 2 in a row for Cobra.
Well, you know, the interesting thing will be, you know, what happens when Slim gets to the table again when he hasn't got to shoot in a while, and you know, is he going to feel any pressure? And this will be interesting because there's that dynamic, you know, this dynamic we were talking about, you know, Cobra potentially trapping himself, you know, thinking he was the favorite in this match and then getting down. But, you know, another trap is being up, and then, you know, the guy starts coming back, and all of a sudden you start feeling pressure and he's struggling with it.
He's dry. Slim's straight in the 1, but he's got a nice angle on the 2. Now, this to me is just dead weight. Let the cue ball run out because you're guaranteed to be in the 3.
Yeah, I would hit this with a little bit of left English. You want to hold this cue ball a little bit. I mean, you're still going to come down. You don't want to if you don't want to make sure you get too low on it. Yeah, he's good.
If he stays off the rail, that's even better.
Well, you know, he's got to make a decision here. I mean, this is a little tricky. I knew this 3 to 4 was going to be tricky depending on the angle he got.
Well, he's slightly
I mean,
the wrong
ideally,
angle.
you'd like to be able to go shoot it in the side pocket, but he can't with this angle. So he can either go forward or back. He got a little too straight on. Forward or back, but I don't, you know, he could go forward in 2 rails and shoot in the corner, or come back and take more angle. And then he'd be planning on probably running into the 7-ball. If you go forward, the speed control is touchy. He's going to come back with a little right English, try to lessen the angle. Oh, he's going all the way for the side pocket.
Wow. And I think he's still got a cut. Well, Cobra's Cobra's not had a roll, let's put it that way, Matt.
He didn't put enough English on that because he could have opened that up more. Well, the good thing for Slim is this is natural 3-rail shape on the 5. He's going to hit near the corner pocket, go 2 rails that come outside of the 5. This is just real easy because there's nothing that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got lucky that he ended up right there because that's the kind of shot you love where you don't have to do anything with a cue ball. Now, I would always go forward with this shot off the end rail, and of course that means he's going to go back. But neither choice is really wrong. It's just different.
We've been playing 90 minutes, and Slim is going to be 2 away.
Okay, so and I like that shot where he's playing for a little angle on the 7 to slide over for the 8. There's no way you can hook yourself with the 8 doing that. And this is just basically stun across. Now he's going forward, which I don't get. You know, that was just so simple to stun across and shoot the 8 on the side. Why would you ever do that?
You know, he's doing fancy stuff. He's putting English on it and twisting the cue ball. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, and that's how you miss balls. I mean, all he needs to do is stun that
doing
across.
that, you know, and then he gets himself in trouble doing it.
Well, he played that
But,
perfect angle. I thought that's perfect. He's just going to stun this across, and then he does something crazy. Yeah, and that's a thing that those kind of things players got to stay away from. You can say, oh well, he made it no problem, ran out, but it's a percentages thing. I mean, I can guarantee you shooting it the way he did was a lower percentage chance of running out than stunning it across.
oh, this is a delicate little touch. This cuts in the side. I mean, you've just got to sort of help it to the edge.
I'd be going back and forth there. I wouldn't hit this easy. I mean, in VP maybe, but in real life for sure, I'm coming back between the side pocket and the 6 ball. Hit it with a teeny bit of left English and come straight back and forth. He's got outside on this. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Maybe he's trying to play safe. Well, whatever he's trying to do, it didn't work.
No.
I think he was playing safe there.
Well, another reasonably good opportunity here. As long as he finishes nice on this 3, he should be able to get up for that 4.
Yeah. The thing is that
yeah,
Slim can afford to trade games. Cobra can't.
Now, what do you
Cobra's
do here,
gonna have
Steve?
to string some racks.
Do you come down
You
to
go
the short
forward.
side, or do you go the 3 rails to come in? And, well, you might
I would
interfere
go
with the
forward.
6 and 7.
He's going forward. Right English. I'd put more right English on us, but this is probably enough.
Yeah, he looks fine.
I mean, most of the guys playing VP play more moderate English positions than I do in real life.
Well, he's moving closer to his second target, which is 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's just, Cobra can still win from here. I mean, if Slim gets on the hill, that starts getting real tough. But, even with 2 games, he can win if he starts stringing racks. He's going to have to make some runs, 4, 5, 6 rack runs.
Well, he's just going to roll through and leave the 7 into the other corner, I think. I don't think he's going to do anything else.
No, I don't think so either. What he can't afford to do is break dry. And that's what's tough in this situation now, is that he can't afford to be breaking dry.
Well, it looked at the side pocket.
He knew it was going to the rail. He wasn't worried about that.
Yeah, the odds are stacked very highly in favour of Slim. That he's going to get a shot at some time.
Oh, we're talking about 12-2. I mean, that's...
There's that line of balls again.
Didn't come apart good, and that's the tough thing, is that when you're this far down.
Well, he's got to run. Well, let's have a look at the line here. This is going
this is a little touchy.
Very tight into the corner, that line.
He's playing safe.
Oh, he's heading the other way. Well, that's catching no, it hasn't caught the 5. I thought it was going to catch the 5.
Well, he played a bad safety last game. He just played a bad safety this game. I think the thought is right to play safe, but the execution was poor.
Quick look at these balls. We know the 3 goes, 7 and 9 goes again. They just end up sitting in exactly the same position each time.
Yeah, that was a situation I was thinking I would shoot at it, because the line of the cue ball naturally is going to go 3 rails and bump the 2. So you really just had to make the ball.
Uh-oh, hang on a minute. It needs to hit the 7. Oh, and the 7 now is awkward. Well, at least the 3's still playable. And I think he'll probably, even if he's the wrong side of the 3, he might bump these with the 4 ball, but more or less over the corner pocket.
He can play to shoot the 3 in the side pocket, which is what I think he's going to do, because he just has to avoid the 8 ball. The 5 and 6 aren't in play. the speed he's going to hit this to bring it down table, it's not hitting those. But he needs to miss the 8-ball and the side pocket and the titty. This is a tricky shot. I think he needs to hit this a little inside and come inside the 8-ball, hold it. He's not doing that. I would hit this with inside because I think it's a better chance of getting there. He must be playing for the combo because.
Yeah, he's going to have to make it.
Yeah, this is a tricky combo with the balls close together like that. You got to way overcut this 3-ball. I mean, way overcut this 3-ball. Well, he's going to play safe, and that's probably a smart choice there because that combo was a lot harder than it looked. Well, he's giving Slim a free crack at this 9-ball if he wants it, and I would take that. And the reason why is because a 3-ball is going at the side pocket or going up table if you hit this right, and he might get safe anyways.
Oh, and he's got the 3 in the side.
Yeah, so that was a good shot to shoot it. There was so many good things that could happen there.
Well, Cobra thought he's played a half-decent safety there.
This is a delicate little shot here, and he's played it well. And this shot's just a lot of left English, and get the cue ball come straight up. Now let's see if he plays it that way. But that's how you want to play this. Is it's a spinner. You put just a bunch of English on it, roll it. It's going to slow the cue ball down and separate it. He's got some, not a bunch. See, I would have hit it with more and held the cue ball more, but that he should be okay there.
Now, is he cutting it or is he banking this?
Oh, I can't imagine he can do anything but cut it.
Looks as if he's lining up the bank.
Yeah, he is. He's going to bank it. Well, he likes to bank.
Yeah.
And he's good at it.
The banks are open, but he's going to have to do another nice one into the side here with this 7.
The thing is if you're going to shoot that bank shot, you should be getting better position in this because you're taking a harder shot for better position because, getting position on the 7 was a little touchy cutting it. I wouldn't say this is good position.
Well, if Slim comes through this, the bad news for Slim is Cobra is going to be a wounded animal. And he's going to head over to that 1 loss side.
Yeah, well, Cobra's got to get past Nick and Stubb, and not the 1 loss side. There's a bunch of good players over there.
Yeah, there's going to be some action.
And Larry's over there. Who else is over there? Larry, Nick, Stubb.
Well, he's on the hill, waiting for the match.
Nick, Stubb. And but that's it. Those 3. That's who's left over there.
Well, it's dry, and I presume a combo start. I'll tell a lie. That's a 9-ball again. I keep thinking that was a cue ball.
No. I'd be playing safe here. The question is what to do. What I would do here is take the 1 ball off the end rail straight down the table and sneak the cue ball over to the side rail and get him behind the 5, side rail towards the end rail. He's not going to do that. He's going to play the cue ball down to the other end, which there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, this is good too, especially if you hit it like that.
Well, is that 1 off the rail? He could try the jump bank.
Yeah, I don't see him making a jump bank here. He may play the jump just if he thinks that's the only way he can reliably hit it. I mean, he obviously can go to the long rail and try to hit it. That visually is a little trickier. Looks like he's going to play the jump. Now, he could come up with something here. That didn't. Hell, he got a little lucky there.
Right, quick look at this 3-4.
The one goes. It's tight, but it will go.
Well, the 3 and 4 aren't going anywhere fast.
Yeah, it'd be hard to, you might be able to throw that over. It's close. If you don't hit it too hard, I think you can make the 7.
Uh-oh, 7's gone.
Well, now the 7's gone. Now you can't make the 7, and that isn't thrown in the pocket in any almost any world. There'd have to be you would have had to chalk up the spot between the balls to throw that in the pocket. So
he's got to miss the 8 ball if he's going to try and get the line down to this VP4.
Well, you either got to break it out or come up with a safety plan.
Run into the 8.
He's got, well, the problem is if you clip this 3 ball, it'll sit there and you can't really get behind the 6 in a way that it's going to be hooked.
Oh, he's double kissed it, and he can consider himself lucky there.
I don't know if he tried to do that on purpose. That he might have. That was an interesting idea. I mean, he wasn't going to get safe trying to thin that 3.
Well, I suppose the good thing from Cobra's point of view is that he could be out here if Slim doesn't get this safe.
Well, the bank goes. The bank doesn't go. He's going to double kiss. Can he take it behind us? I think he can make this bank, but you'd have to be a real good one pocket player to do that. Well, he tried to get him on the 6. I don't think he did. That wasn't a bad shot, though. I mean, that was a good thought train there. He just needed to cut the 3 a teeny bit more to get him on the 6. Yeah, 5 players left, and there's going to be 5 players left after this match, too. Larry, you're swimming with the sharks.
Well, I think we can give Cobra this one.
They've seen all these guys, that haven't been in these tournaments at the end playing well. It ought to give you some motivation and some hope that you can get there.
Well, don't forget, folks, we've got the other one-loss side match tomorrow night between Larry and Nick, and the winner of that will play Stub. The loser of this, of course, goes into the one-loss side final or the semi-final, if you want to call it that. I forgot what time that match starts. We'll see the break.
Well, Cobra needs something besides a dry break. If it does come up dry, he needs to leave no shot.
It looks right. And the 1 ball is on, I think. Quick look. Yep. Hang on a minute, guys, just before he shoots.
No, it definitely goes. He could roll forward and shoot the 2 in the corner, or draw it a little and shoot the 2 in the side. This table's good. I mean, I would expect Slim's going to run out and win here.
So that match tomorrow is 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. British Summer Time.
This, at this point, is just about nerves.
3-4.
Because this table is not tough.
5 into the side, roll through for the 6.
Well, he needs to hit this 3 easy. He needs to make sure he leaves in front of the pocket and hits it nice and easy. Yep, he's good. He'll go around behind the 6.
Well, I'm thinking he might have rolled the 5 into the side, or I mean, he's got plenty of room to get out on the 5.
He's gonna. But yeah, I mean, the reality is that line going back behind is pretty kind of the normal play line.
Well, even Slim will tell you never thought this would go this way.
Now this, he may go straight up the table. The more normal play lines hit this with right English and go 2 rails.
7 into the side, go straight up and down.
I would go straight. That's how I like to play that shot. People go, I remember my buddy who played a lot of straight pull. Why are you doing that? I'm like, well, I like rolling straight lines as long as they're straight lines in good directions.
Well, he's dead straight in the 8, so just a drop to open up or a roll through for a cut up the rail. So this for the match, and this to get to the final. And in it goes. Well, there you go. That's almost the score that Albinario predicted, except it's the other way around. It's 19 racks to 8.
Well, Slim played a very strong
Slim.
match.
Well done to Slim.
Between Cobra playing not his best, and then the rolls definitely went Slim's way too.
Well, Slim says, see you in the final.
You know, Slim played well. You got to give him credit.
Yeah. Now, let's have a look at the stats. Cobra. So how long did that last? An hour and 45 minutes. Now, is that Cobra there in second place yet? Right, so now we've got OnePocketSlim.
Well, you don't sell yourself too short, Slim. You played a good match.
Let's have a look. Well done, Slim. Well, both players were pretty much the same as far as balls to break go. 0.7.
And that's not wonderful. 55 and 50. Neither one of them broke particularly well.
Slim with 2 runouts from the break.
And Cobra was 0, which is kind of a shock.
Racks run 5. Cobra had none. Racks high
kind
run
of a shock.
1. And Moneyball shot 100%.
There was a lot of safeties played that match, and you know, I think that sort of match favored Slim.
Yeah,
it may have taken Cobra out of it a little bit.
Let's have a look and see where. Right. Well, if we look at the racks run for the tournament, Bill, of course, is now out of the tournament, so Bill can't change his total. And of those left, we've got Nick on 36. He can top that tomorrow. Stubb is on 33. Spectre Dawn, of course, can't affect his. Neither can Semi-Pro. Neither can Albinario. Neither can Bedhead. And Cobra still can. He's in 27. And Slim is in 22.
Well, this is the first tournament in a long time we've had no Cobra and no Albin.
Yep. So, back to the main page, and that's the match tomorrow. We've got Larry against Nick, USA against Bulgaria, 7 p.m, race to 13, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and whatever else.
Yep. And I'll be there for that match. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, well, it will be good. Larry's going to have to be on the spot tomorrow because this Nick guy means business, I think. So thanks to Steve. Thanks to everyone for joining us. And I'm going to watch the rest of the snooker. And we will see you again tomorrow.
All right.
See you later, guys. Good night, Steve.
Good night.